Hey, third grade. Hope you're having a great rainy Thursday. You ready to subitize? Here we go. How many to 10? How many left over? 5 to make 10. 1 left over. That real name is 110. 1. Nickname is 11. What did you get? 5 to make 10. 2 left over. That's 110 and 2 ones. The nickname for that is 12. Left over. 3 left over. That's 110 and 3 ones, or 13. This song is getting on my nerves just a little bit. Ooh, 5. I know I need 5. 4 left over. That's 110 and 4 ones, or we call that 14. Okay, people. So Miss Street has another problem for us, and we're still working with our fractions. I don't know. I hope you can see my fractions. I'm just trying different ways to help you be able to see it. These are the ones we made last week or the week before last. I can't remember. But today we have a new problem. And when Miss Street started to do this problem, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do this one because kids today don't know what this is. And then I said to myself, Miss Street, you can teach them a new word because some kids might like this thing. And so I'm going to show you what it is. Okay, you ready? It's called, can you read that word? Sharing. It's licorice. Have you ever tried licorice? It's a type of candy. Yeah. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to change this because kids don't know what licorice is today. But you know what? You might. I don't know. Miss Street does, excuse me. Miss Street does not like licorice at all. It's not one of my faves, but some people do like it. And I want to show you pictures of licorice. So, Miss Street's trying licorice. It's a candy. It could be like that. Good and Plenty's. Anybody like those? It's like a Twizzler. Anybody eat Twizzlers? That's like licorice. And Miss Street just wanted to show you some of them look like that. What licorice is? Ooh. But it's just like Twizzler candy. So I just wanted to share that with you, that Miss Street was going to not do it because I thought they're not going to know what licorice is. And then I thought, you know what? They need to expand their vocabulary. So everybody say licorice. Licorice. I mean, I think I'm saying it right. That's the way I grew up saying it. Licorice. Okay, anyway, it's a type of candy like a Twizzler, okay? I don't like licorice, but some of you might. If you like licorice, comment in the comments below. So here's our story problem for today. Remember, we're working on fractions with denominations of halves, thirds, fourths, sixths, and eighths. We're using area models and length models. And length models are nothing more than just a number line. True story. So here we go. I'm going to show it to you. Gino, I don't know anybody named Gino, do you? I mean, Miss Street can do this. I really can. Get with the program, Miss Street. Gino has 8/4 feet of licorice to share with his friends. 8/4 feet? What is that? He decides to give each friend 1/4 foot of licorice. Draw lines on Gino's licorice to show where he should cut each 1/4 of a foot. Say that 5 times fast, okay? So it's telling us that he has 8/4 feet of licorice. How can you have 8/4 feet of licorice? I know, right? But Miss Street's going to show you because this is really, y'all, this standard is so important. I know I say that about every time I teach, but this is so important for fraction, especially when you get to 4th and 5th grade and on up. You need to know how to do this, okay? So Gino has 8/4 feet of licorice. And so it's like string candy. I want to show you one more time. It's like Twizzlers candy. So it's 8/4 feet long. This licorice, this piece, I can't get it on the screen, but this piece of licorice is a long piece of candy, and he has 8/4 feet. And you're like, how do we make that? So Miss Street's not going to use this number line because I'm going to do it here. So hopefully you can see it big if I make it big enough. Okay. So I'm drawing a number line. I'm going to put 0 here, and I'm going to put another mark back here because you guys always need to remember there's numbers that are smaller than 0. Okay, that's important. So he has 8/4 feet of licorice. So here I'm just going to say, okay, that's 8/4. I know, right? It's kind of weird. So I know I have 8 equal parts, so I need 8 equal areas. And to make eighths, I know that's related to halves and fourths, so I can partition my number line in half. So I'm going to partition in half, and then each half I'm going to partition into half to get fourths. Then I'm going to take each fourth and partition it in half to get my eighths, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. Do your best. So let's see. I have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8, or fourths. It's going to be fine. Here we go. Are you ready? Miss Street's got this, I think. Okay. So we have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4. Just see how Miss Street did that? Okay, so I have 8/4. But when we look at this, we need to know third graders. Let's use our area model. Miss Street's going to bring down my area model here. So I had fourths. Okay, and I had 8/4. So what Miss Street's going to do, I brought down the fourths I have. Guess what I saved? I saved my paper where I made these fractions. So I'm going to make another set of fourths. And if you remember how to do this, Miss Street will show you. I probably won't color it today, but that's okay. So this is my 1 whole, right? 1 whole, okay? I'm going to partition in half. And then I'm going to partition my halves in half. And that gives me fourths. So this is a fourth, this is a fourth, this is 1/4, this is 1/4. And then I'm going to cut them apart. So we're saying that he has 8/4 feet of licorice. Remember, that's a candy like Twizzlers. So here Miss Street has 8/4. Okay? But when we look at 4/4, when I look at these 4/4, if I take this and I lay it on top, 4/4 covers the same area or has the same value as 1 whole. So I need to make sure that I know that this right here, 4/4, is the same as, or same value as 1 foot of licorice candy. Okay? Make sure I 1 foot of candy. Okay? So then when I take this whole and I lay it across my other fourths that I just now made, It covers the exact same area. So that means these 4/4 equal what? 1 whole. So if this is 1 foot of candy, this is 1 1/4, 1 2/4, 1 3/4, 1 4/4, or 8/4 can also be known as how many holes? We had 1, 2 feet of candy. 2 feet of candy of licorice. Do you like licorice? Miss Street does not. Okay? So my question says, draw lines on Gino's licorice to show where he should cut each 4th of the foot. And that's what we did, didn't we? Miss Street used my related fractions, and I said, okay, if there's 8 equal areas, I know when I get to 8s, how do I do that? I took my whole and I cut it, partitioned it in half. I partitioned each half into 4ths, and then I can partition each 4th into 8s. That's right. That means they have the same area as. So I know I can do that by using my related fractions. And then it says, explain how you decided where to draw the lines. And we just did that. I know from making my fraction bars that I took 1 whole and I cut it in half, and then I cut that half in half. Do you see it? Half. And I got 4ths. Then I cut my 4ths in half, and I got my 8s. So I knew on my number line, if I had this line was 8/4, partition it in half. Then I partitioned the half in half. And then I took each area and partitioned it in half. So I could get 8 equal areas of licorice candy. Awesome. That's important. And it's hard. I know that. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. And I hope you can practice this some more. We're probably still going to be hovering here because this, kiddos, this is important because a lot of times we don't want to have a bigger number in our numerator position. We want it to be a smaller number, but we need to understand, teachers, parents, everybody, that this is important because 8/4 is a number and it represents the same value as 2 holes. Okay, so we're going to stop here and I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a great rainy Thursday. Yeah, it's going to be great. Miss Street loves you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.